wish you a very happy Independence Day. Wish each day of your life you can celebrate independence. Independence at a microcosmic level, at a personal level, personal independence. People debate about the fact that the country, is it really independent or not? There is no doubt about the fact that we fought for independence and we earned the independence to do many things. But yes, at a personal level, do we still have the independence to be? Do we have the autonomy to be? Are we really enjoying the autonomy? Why? Any country is deemed to be truly independent if the collective carries the consciousness of independence and autonomy. Our country, incredible India, rich and perhaps the richest, with ancient heritage of living and loving. What's happening to this country? And why? We may want to point fingers at politicians, government, structures, so on and so forth. But it is also considered to be the largest and perhaps the most mature democracy. So is the outside independent of our own volition and choices that we make in our life? Aren't we responsible as individuals for the independence or lack of it of this country? My message to all my loved ones, to my friend today, is to move away from pointing fingers outside and suggesting what needs to be done to the country or for the country or by the country to make it independent. Move away from there to look at what is it that I have been doing or not doing to perpetrate my lack of autonomy and my lack of independence. From the time we were born, we were subjected to authority, not autonomy, institutional authority. Authority of institutions like family, the community, social institutions, organizations, government, political, even international authority. As we grew in our life, we learned how to keep making this authority happy all the time, and in the rebounds, seek happiness and survival. Deep down, the premise is only if I can keep the authority happy shall I survive. Making the other happy is the predominant driver or whatever I do or I don't do. In fact, my entire pursuit of happiness is also driven by authority. We run to healers, we run to practitioners and submit ourselves to their authority. Even if they don't want to take the position of authority, we set them up in positions of authority by playing victim. That is the power of powerlessness. Setting up authority, making authority responsible for all my misery, and remaining a victim to blame the world outside for my misery. Isn't this the game that you and me have been playing for centuries? And then we talk about why India is still not an independent country. What is the way out? For once, the only way out is the way in. Freedom to do whatever I want to do comes from fighting with the other. However, freedom to be the way I am or who I am comes from surrendering to the shadow of authority that I carry in me. Yes, denying or defying authority is reinforcing the DNA or the cancerous DNA of authority that I am harboring inside me. Even redefining the way I would like to live and keeping my authority issues intact is reinforcing authority in me. No, it is not by defiance, not by denial, not by definition or redefinition that we can do away with the shadow of authority that we carry. It is by dissolving it. And how do I dissolve it? The only way is to accept the fact that we are bounded by authority. The only way is to become, with all humility, aware that there are boundaries that we are all subject to. And keeping those boundaries in the consciousness, in the awareness, and accepting that brings about a magical dissolution of authority. I'm saying this after having believed the early days of my life that defiance or denial was the way, till one day I realized that accepting the authority inside helped me to unshackle myself and move on the journey of autonomy. The word author suggests the birth of authority in our existence. When we read a book, also we are subjecting ourselves to the authority unless that reading takes us deep inside to look at the script which relates to what the author has expressed. And when I do that, the author of the book no more remains the author. I take charge. I become the authority of my own script. Yes, to really find independence, to really move away from authority to autonomy, I need to stop following the script that was handed over to me and re-author the script to make it a script of autonomy, of power, of freedom. Only I, one individual, is good enough. For the drop is the ocean. If you as an individual, without worrying or bothering about what your friends, your family, your colleagues are doing, can move consciously from being authority-driven to being autonomy-driven, promise you this country would magically be independent very, very soon. Once again, wishing you independence and autonomy each day of your life and celebration of this autonomy moment to moment.